today is day 7 of the Three Rivers Challenge, and we're doing the low spin version, not the no spin version. So far we haven't spent anything, but we do have the option if we need it. I'm going to be getting dinner started before probably the same time, really, that I'm doing my breakfast, because I'm doing the easy chili recipe, which is a slow cooker recipe. I have my big Instant Pot out, and now I probably just stuck the cord on there. Let me put this on. This little gadget right here, this little dooflotcher, Mandy in the making. Mandy told everybody about this on her channel, and it's fabulous because it keeps your pot from moving round and round and round. It's so good. I'm going to stick it back here today because I will be using the saute mode, and actually it does better back there, I think, because out of the way, and it's, I don't know, something about it feels better. Anyways, I'm using the saute and slow cooker. There's that. I'm also going to see if I have a lid that will fit this other than my regular lid, because my regular Instant Pot lid, when I put it on there, it still tries to seal when I'm doing the slow cooker method. And I know you can buy lids for these, so I don't know if I have one the right size. If I do, I might use it. If I don't, I'll stick with my same old. But for breakfast, I'm going to have some of that patty sausage that I had the other day. I'm going to throw that in the air fryer, but I'm going to grab a couple of the smaller muffins. Which freezer do I have them in? I don't know which one. I don't think they're in that one. I think they're in this one down here. Where are they? You know what I should do is some of these blueberry waffles, just to get them gone. They got ice in them because, y'all, that's okay, don't worry about that. They do have ice in them though because of being thawed some. But we're not worried about that. Okay. Instead of the muffin, I think I'm gonna, I don't really want a waffle though. Now I don't know what to do. I need to eat those up because I need them gone. I need them out of my house. But I don't know, where did I put the other muffins? These are the apple oatmeal. I don't want those today. But where did I put the others that I had made? See, this is what happens when other people are in the freezer. Let me find those muffins. Okay, I found them and they're hiding from me. I've got the air fryer preheating, and these are like in little things like that. They're the pumpkin oatmeal. Maybe you should have stuck with the other. These are really small though. I don't know how. I'm afraid if I cook too many, it's going to be too much and I'm not going to want them. But they're so tiny, I don't know if 2's enough with that sausage. You know what? I'll eat some fruit. There we go. Got that figured out. I put these in this one though, so I can find them easy. Okay, so I'm going to let that preheat, and then I'm going to stick these in there, and then a little bit I'll stick the sausage in there with it while that's still cooking. I do need to get the other rack out though before it gets too hot, because I don't want both of them in there. Because if both of them are in there, they both get hot. Yes, I'm talking way over there. Alright, I need to get all my doodads and thingamajigs ready for cooking the chili. So let me grab all the things. I need onion, ground beef, salt and pepper, garlic, bell pepper, jalapeno pepper, tomato paste, lots of things. I'll tell you as I go. Okay guys, I've got some chaos happening here because I have everything here. I needed to pull out my little butcher block thing, but I didn't do it because I'm me. I thought that this was gonna be a little bit different. I haven't cooked this since we moved. Alright, so let's go ahead, it's fine. I've got olive oil in the pan. It says 2 tablespoons. I've got this on saute, and I'm supposed to put in the onions and let them cook on medium heat, it says. And you can change the setting on your saute on your Instant Pot by pushing the button multiple times, like the saute button. If you push it the one time, it just goes on normal, which is probably medium, but I want it to cook a little bit less than that because it seems a little ferocious right now. But so I put it down on less, which is probably low. Alright, so we're going to get the onions going. Let's see, we got the onions going. We're going to let them cook for probably about 8 minutes, it says, until it gets soft. And then we're going to add our ground beef or ground chuck. I don't remember if that's ground beef or ground chuck, but we're going to add that and there's some salt and pepper to the meat. Now, I'm tempted to not add the salt right now because I will be adding salt later. I can't remember if I added salt before. I'm thinking I'm just going to add the pepper because there's a lot of different things going in this that are already salted, like the tomatoes, the tomato paste, the beans. Now, the beans, these are not salted, these tomatoes. But these beans, we're adding extra beans because we just like them. We add pinto and black beans, even though it only calls for kidney beans, but that's okay too. You do it how you want, you know. You make up your own, this is my advice to anyone who's trying new recipes. You try it how it says, or as close to how it says in the beginning, like the first time, and then you tweak it to make it however you want it to be. You don't have to be rigid. I might need to turn that up. I wonder why it says hot on there. I've never noticed it saying hot before on saute. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's not what I thought. But either way, we're getting things done. I've also got my coffee started. I've washed my cans. I've cut up all my vegetables, which is jalapeno, bell pepper, garlic, and the onion. That's the only vegetables I had to cut up. These look like they're pretty done. They're gonna cook more, and they're gonna be cooking in the slow cooker all day. I don't know why you have to cook them in the beginning like this. You're not caramelizing them, so you're not getting that flavor from the caramelization. Seriously? Who are you? Could be a number of things. Who knows what it is. But I'm gonna let these cook for a few more minutes and I'll be right back. I'm gonna check my muffins. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the beef. Let's see. Yeah. My muffins are done. I'm gonna add the beef, and I'm not gonna add the salt. I don't feel comfortable doing it, so I'm not. You can always add a little bit of salt if you want it. We like to get our seasonings from other things. Not that I'm afraid of salt. Y'all know I'm not. I like salt, but I don't want to over salt, if that makes sense. So I am going to put in some pepper. I'm going to use this. I think this is the only time we put pepper in. I don't remember exactly how much it says, but y'all know me, we love pepper. We love pepper, and we add whatever we feel we want. We don't always go by recipes. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook down some. I need a stool so I can see in there better. Y'all can't see in there either. So, let that get to going. And that might not be the amount of beef it said. I don't think it actually is. That was about 1 pound. And I'm supposed to have 2 pounds. Yeah. Which is another reason why we add more beans. Last night, whenever y'all saw us joking around in here, and you know, that's how we are whenever we're figuring out what we want to eat. I wasn't thinking, because I wasn't looking at the recipe, to tell Jeff to grab 2 packs. I could have thawed another pack this morning, you know, but in the microwave or something. But you know, it'll be alright. We don't mind. We'll have extra beans. Beans are good fiber and protein. And it's just the 3 of us, so it's fine. And I think I put just 1 pound in before. Alright, it said to, let's see. It does tell me to drain the grease, but I'm not going to. There's not much grease in there. Alright, season with beef, salt and pepper, add ground beef and cook and crumble. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes. My muffins are done, but I'm going to leave them in the air fryer to just kind of sit there. I cooked them on 370. It says on the thing 375 for 22 minutes. I cooked them on 375 for 18 minutes in the air fryer. I don't know how they actually are, because I haven't actually went over there and taken one out. I've looked in there and I've checked the doneness. They're done, but I don't know how they're gonna be. I made those a little while back on here with y'all. I like to make muffins and put them in the freezer and have them for later, because it's a lot faster than having to mix it all up. And if I make all the muffins and I, you know, have them ready to go, I'm more apt to eating them up before they need to be. And I have noticed something else about the Instant Pot on the saute mode. It seems to cook faster than your stovetop. Now, I don't know if that's just me, or if it's just my machine, or if it's just me thinking that, you know, or if it's a real thing. It could be something like that. It could be just me thinking that. I don't know. But that's looking good. Get in there. And I'm going to move some of this stuff back, because I'm afraid I'm going to dump it out into the floor. And that would be bad. I would be so upset with myself. I also want to say, for any of you who are new, I don't only cook on this channel. That's not what my channel is about. My channel is about our daily lives, whatever's going on, mostly in my life. Whatever I'm doing, I try to encourage. I do Bible studies, which I haven't even gotten that filmed for this week yet. Hopefully I'll get it filmed before tomorrow, which, you know, it's not coming out. I'm thinking that I'm going to make the new Bible study days on Sunday. It's a separate video than any of the rest, so if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. It's like, well, you don't have to watch anything, you know. That's completely up to you. You watch what you want. But I don't want you to think, whenever you see me do other things, that, oh, well, she's changing her channel. No, if you look back over the last 8 years, it's been cooking, cleaning, hauls, DIYs. I've done, like, just, it's my daily vlog. It's my life, whatever's going on. And I share that with y'all because, you know, sometimes we don't realize that other people are going through the same things we are. And through this journey of mine, I've learned that there's a lot of people like me going through the same things, or similar things, or they have gone through it at some point in their life, and it's nice to share with somebody else. All right, so now I've got that pretty much done. I'm gonna put in my peppers. Now these are jalapeno and bell peppers. It called for 1 jalapeno and 1 bell pepper. I had them in my freezer sliced. Well, the jalapenos were just halved and seeded. They came from our garden, not last year because we didn't have one last year, but the year before that actually. But I didn't even know we actually still had some more in there until we started to move and I found them. But that's neither here nor there. They are frozen, and that's why they looked a little different. Alright, so let's see. We're going to let them cook for a few minutes. You're supposed to drain the grease after they're cooked for a few minutes. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to let that be anything that, I mean, there's not enough grease to drain. There's just not enough for me to take this pot out. And y'all see how this is doing with this thing? Now watch how it would do without it. And I'm not doing anything to make it do that. You see how it's just moving? It drives me crazy. And I was like, how in the world can I make that stop? I used to try to hold it with a, like a pot holder and stuff. It was so annoying. I'd get my pot holder nasty. I just like be annoyed. And then one day Mandy was using her Instant Pot on saute mode, and she showed it and she had it linked, and I'm like, yes, I'm buying that thing. So I did. It was just like, okay, I'm getting that one. I don't buy everything everybody says, but some things I want. Hold on a minute. I thought this was a slow cooker meal. Am I dreaming? Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm losing my mind. Okay. It does have the slow, okay. It's got the slow cooker method and a stovetop method. That's why it got me a little bit confused. I need to have this over that way. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but it's my recipe. I need to be able to see it all at one time. I think it's time to start putting the seasonings in. You know, I think the thing with the onions and stuff is if you're doing just the stovetop method, not the slow cooker method. I don't know. But it says do steps 1 through 4 if you're doing, and then move on to the slow cooker part. I'm on step 3. Now I'm going to step 4. Now we're going, no I'm not, I'm still on step 3. We're going to add the tomato paste, which is 3 tablespoons. I have a measuring spoon here, let's see. And what I do with my excess tomato paste is I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. Alright, we're going to add that. I'm going to turn the saute off. There's 1. If I get a little bit extra, I'm not going to cry about it. 2. And I know that's going to be a little bit extra, but like I said, I'm not going to cry about it. That's 3. I love these little silicone spoons. They help so much when it comes to doing stuff like that. Now I'm going to put this to the side, and I will get this and put it in a Ziploc bag. I'll show you how I do that. I've shown y'all before, but you know, it doesn't hurt to show you again. Alright, so tomato paste. What else? Let me see. We're supposed to put in the tomato paste. Brown sugar, which is 1 tablespoon. This is optional. You don't have to put that in there, but I chose to because it cuts that the acidity a little bit. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna have to open another thing. And a lot of times I measure Worcestershire sauce with my heart. If it's a little extra, it's fine because I love the stuff. You know, I used to hate it. I used to be like, ew, that's gross. I didn't know how to use it back then. Once you learn how to use things, it's different. All right, now it's 2 tablespoons. Actually, that was wrong. It was supposed to be 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Whoops. Oh well, we got extra. Like 4 teaspoons extra. Because 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. Alright, so we are gonna be careful with the hot sauce part. Because the boys love it hot. Mama can't handle it even though she likes it. Jeff and Noah are about the heat. I'm just like, no, thank you. Not so much. I like it, but not too much. And I also like to put things back. Alright, let's get that stuff stirred in. Oh, it smells so good. The house is going to smell so good all day long. And we have a fire meeting tonight. So our dinner will be ready to go either right before we leave the house to go to that, or after we get back home, whichever one we choose. Because I'm starting it so early today that it's going to have plenty of time. Okay, now we're on to adding the chicken broth, which is 1 cup. Y'all know, if you've been around, that I use the like Better Than bouillon paste. I gotta get all that paste off there. I'll get it. So that's 1 cup of broth. Hit my spoonula. Alright, add the broth. I wish y'all could see in here, but I don't have a way of showing inside the pot other than doing this. Ta-da! Oh, I'm hitting things. Let's not do that again. That was a bad idea. It looks like stuff. Okay, the chicken broth. And now I'm going to add the beef bouillon, which I got to wash my hands because I got chicken. I got, what is it? Tomato paste on my fingers. Beef bouillon, which it calls for, how much does it call for? 1 cube or 1 teaspoon of the Better Than bouillon. So we're going to put a teaspoon of this in. This is the powdered kind. Y'all can see that though. I don't know why I say that. Alright, the bouillon, the crushed tomatoes, 28-ounce can. And I do believe that this is my very last can of this. The 28-ounce cans. I think. I may be wrong. There might be some more back there, in there, under the bottom of the other tomato. I've got other crushed tomatoes, but I don't think I have any more of the big cans. But I was trying to use up the big cans because I just don't prefer to have them because they take I want everything in my cabinet to be about the same size because of the limited space that I have. I really need a kitchen towel beside me or on my hands instead of just reaching back over and doing all that. I read this recipe and I don't memorize it. Okay, so the tomatoes and the diced tomatoes, undrained. Okay. Now we're going to start with the seasonings. We need 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Oh, I got a teaspoon here, so we're just going to have to do 6 of them. Be fine. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, I need more. 4, 5. Help me out here, chili powder. It's not helping me out. My hand's not long enough and it's not doing its thing. All right, there's 2 tablespoons. Let's just put it that way. Let's do it that way. All right. And then I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of cumin is what it calls for, but I am not putting that much in there because y'all know I don't really like it. So I'm putting 1/4 of a teaspoon. Anytime that it calls, like whatever it calls for, I put 1/4 of it. I'm not gonna put all of it. I do think that it needs it, but I just don't love that it overpowers things. Okay, red pepper flakes, we need a pinch. For us, we like a good pinch. A teaspoon of oregano. I shouldn't have done that with the same spoon, but you know what? That's okay. Because this spoon has a little bit of chili powder on it. It'll be alright. I need to get my other things washed too. Alright, and then it calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. Because I know they'll be a whole lot easier than these things. And then it calls for a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use my fingers and just pour it into that. And this is why I didn't want to add the salt at the beginning. It is a big pot. It feels like a lot of salt though, but this is that the real salt. It's got a lot of minerals and stuff in it, so it's not just salt. All right, and then a teaspoon of mustard powder, and I've got to figure out how to get that in there without making a mess. I'm gonna do it over the pot. Ooh, let's not, well, it's a little bit more than a teaspoon, but that's okay. We like mustard. It's just fine. I was afraid I got something on that, but I didn't. Yay for me. Okay, so I got all that in, all the seasonings. Stir that around. Let's put this on slow cook, and we're gonna put it 6 to 8 hours. We'll put 7 hours, just, you know, somewhere in the middle. All right, and now I'm gonna add my beans. I know. But they're supposed to be, oh, when was I supposed to add the garlic? Way back yonder, probably. Well, yep, back when I did the bell pepper. Well, you know what? It's gonna cook for hours. It'll be fine. All right, I'm putting in a can of pintos, drained. They need to be drained, it says. And I will drain these mostly, but if there's still a little bit of liquid in this, we don't mind it. We don't want it to be too liquidy, but we don't mind a little bit. It's not gonna hurt our feelings. All right, these are the black beans. And some people are grossed out by the liquid. That liquid is what it was cooked in. It's just water, and it's, you know, it's not like it's anything. In fact, in this one, in these, it's water and salt and the beans. I mean, if you were cooking it at home, it's the same thing. Water, salt, beans. And these are the pintos. Nope. Black beans. Nope. Wow. Kidney beans. And I think we have dark red kidney beans. Yes. It doesn't say what kind of kidney beans. It just says a 14-ounce can drained. 15-ounce can drained. All right. Now I'm gonna let this do its thing. It seems looser than normal. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I haven't cooked it that many times. I have not looked for a lid. Here's another great thing about this. I have not looked for that lid yet either. But I'm gonna let that cook. clean up my mess. I will find a lid for it. Y'all can kind of see in there. Let's do a little bit better. Ta-da, chili. And it'll thicken up and be so yummy whenever it's done. But let me see if I can find a lid. Then I'm gonna finish my breakfast. And I'll show you what I'm having for breakfast. Okay, I said I was gonna show you how I do the tomato paste. I've cleaned up most of this, not all of it. I've still got some things. I've got to clean the counter, wipe it down, but just get some of that wetness off there. I have this lid. It's actually a lid for one of my boilers. I just stuck that on there. It's not perfect, but it seals just as well as what one of my slow cookers that I used to have did, which is not at all. And always you need a hole in your top of your slow cooker lids, from what I understand. But I do need to try to find me one that's gonna fit down in there. I might not leave that there. I might take it off. I don't know. All right, get all that out with my silicone spoon. I can throw that in the dishwasher. Squish that all down. Get all the air out. And I flatten it. This is a snack bag. And the next time I need tomato paste, I just pull this bag out of the freezer and use it. It does not stay in there long, so I'm confident that this bag is going to be okay. If it was going to be in there in a long time, I would not use this type of bag. And I just freeze it flat. All right. Yes, it's closing. I'm going to throw these in the dishwasher that can go in there. Hand wash the things that can. And maybe I'll get some lunch before 11 o'clock. It's already after 10. It's 10:14. And I started this at 8 something. It takes more time whenever I'm trying to show you guys, because I just don't dump and go like I normally would. But you know what? I enjoy sharing with y'all and hearing your feedback. Alright, the rest of the things have to be hand washed, so I'll do that. And I will go ahead and put my sausage in the air fryer so it can be cooking while I'm washing these few little dishes here. Okay, these are definitely not the most pleasant looking pumpkin muffins, but we'll see how they taste. The sausage is better than it was last time. I didn't overcook it this time. But yeah, maybe the muffins will be alright. They didn't rise very much like they did whenever I originally cooked them, but I had never frozen this type before, not this recipe. So this might not be a recipe we should be freezing. So there we go. I'm gonna go eat my, it's 10:25, you may as well say brunch. I don't know what you call it. And you can't see my face, so that's just weird. Okay, so I wanted to come back and talk to y'all about the chili. Okay, I had it wrong. It's 3 to 4 hours on high and 6 to 8 on low. My shirt feels like it's bunched under my arms, and I don't like it. I don't like things touching my underarms. Is that weird? Okay, let's not talk about that. So, I guess it's because I'm so ticklish, y'all. I am super duper ticklish. It's terrible. But anyway, the chili is supposed to be 3 to 4 hours on high, 6 to 8 on low. Now, the muffins, I want to tell you about those. The sausage was good, no problems. It was just cooked just right. The muffins, I'm either gonna have to cover before I start cooking them, thaw them the night before, or you know, thaw them out before I cook them, which is defeating the purpose of freezing the muffins in a way. Or, well, it's not really defeating the purpose. I just have to know that I'm going to eat it the night before. I have to decide. Or I'm going to have to, did I say cover them? I don't know. What am I saying? Cover them, thaw them before or something. Also, I think that the bigger muffin, now this one, well, it was a different kind though. The other one was an apple muffin, so it had more moisture already inside. Okay, let me just tell you, the muffin was good. The muffins that I had this morning were good. They just overcooked a little bit on the outside. Not burnt, but just a little bit further than what I would want. So I'm gonna have to tweak it. I'm gonna have to figure it out for that air fryer if I want to use it. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It worked great. The inside of that muffin was perfectly fine. It's just I've got to figure out some things, and you know, I don't know if they're meant to even be frozen. I can't remember if that recipe was or not, but anyway. So the other thing that I wanted to do today, if I have the baskets that will fit under there, is do that thing I was talking about where I swap the things around so I can have that the basket out of there that I had set up for my laundry cart. Y'all, I really love the idea of having a laundry cart, of having that like that, but it's not an ideal situation when it comes to, let's just put it this way, Jeff and Noah won't really move it, so they don't look down. It's like they want, I don't know, it's not, they're not lazy, they just don't want to mess up any of my stuff. So if I don't have it there, it makes it easier for them. Not that I'd fuss at them for moving it, because I don't care. That's why it has wheels. But I think that's my thought, that they don't want to mess up my stuff. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But either way, I want to make it more convenient for the whole entire family, so I am going to try to change things. But before I can change things, I need to make sure I have the little baskets, either a laundry basket or the little milk crates. Now the little milk crates are stored in the shed, I think. I am not going out there today. It's 37 degrees. I'm not going out there to look for that. I know that might sound lazy to some of y'all, but y'all, I don't want to be out there today. I'll wait till a warmer day. That's not something that has to be done. So if I'm not able to do that, I do have other things that I need to do. I need to finish filming for my other channel. I've got some videos I need to finish. I need to film those. So I might just do that today. But either way, I will be back. If I eat lunch, I'll share that, because y'all, it's 11, after 11 o'clock. I am not, I might be hungry around 2 or 3, maybe, but I doubt it. It might be just a snack thing, maybe some cheese or something. I'll tell you. But I will definitely be back to show you this, because I want to look in there, but I can't. I mean, I can see through the glass, but it's bubbly. It's got moisture on top, which is a good thing. But I did turn this down to low because we don't want it overcooking for that time. But it was on high for about an hour, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So I'll be back at some point, but y'all know me. I don't ever know what I'm doing. I might pop back in 5 minutes and say, hey, what up? And I might not come back for 4 hours. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, guys, it is after 2 o'clock, and I just was outside with the girls for a few minutes. We don't let them stay outside very long whenever it's cold, because 1, they're old, 2, they're very small dogs, and Allie's the only one with a lot of fur. But anyways, it is sunny. It's a beautiful day outside, but it's just cold. It's like 37. It might have heated up a little bit, but anyway, it's cold. So it's 2 o'clock. I have not eaten lunch. I've been in the office doing some stuff, filming, doing some stuff for the fire department, answering emails, answering comments, different things like that. Haven't eaten. It's a very bad habit I have, that I either don't eat breakfast or I don't eat lunch. And I'm hoping that this month will get me on track for eating lunches. So I'm not very hungry. So what I'm gonna do, I've got some chicken tenders that we had put into small Ziploc bags and then put into a big freezer bag, just for me to have for quick meals in the middle of the day. We did this on purpose months ago, a couple months ago. I don't remember when it was, but I told y'all about it whenever I was doing the haul, I think. I did this, and I haven't eaten many of. Now my battery's dying. Wow. I'll be right back. I don't want to repeat all that, so y'all are gonna have a cut between this. Okay, so I'm back, and what I was saying was, I don't want, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, we put these away for me to have for like quick lunches, and I've eaten a couple, but I haven't eaten them all, and so I think we did pork chops like this too, or for times whenever I cook something for the boys that I don't like, so I can have a quick, easy something too. And so I don't want to eat a lot, so I just got one of those packs out. Chicken is a great protein, so I got one of those out, and I'm just going to eat the chicken. I'm not going to eat anything else with it, because quite honestly, I don't even want this. I mean, I'm a little bit hungry because it was like 10 o'clock this morning, not a little bit after, and it is 2 now, but I'm not like hungry, but I am starting to develop a little bit of a headache, which is one way I know I need to eat. So I'm gonna move the camera down here, and I just washed this. I probably should have dried it, but whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. Now this right here is a little thing I got from Amazon. It's for an air fryer, silicone, and I'm going to use it to keep my chicken from being dry, because it is chicken strips. It's not a chicken like thigh or anything like that. They are still frozen, so I'm hoping that's not going to cause me problems. Or this might be a chicken breast that's squished. I don't know anymore. But I did, like I said, I individually packaged them, and then I put them into a big freezer bag. So I'm just gonna season them up. This is caramelized onion butter. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on there. Oh, wait a minute, I wanna spray it so it'll stick. This is olive oil. Kind of the way I did the other night. This is smoked chili sea salt. It has chili flakes in it, which I've been trying to eat more of, like spicier stuff, because I just for some reason crave it. And this is the buttery steakhouse Kinder seasoning that has a lot of herbs in it. I'm gonna flip that over, and I'm gonna have to wash my hands again. That's one reason I brought the cloth. Yeah, this is tenders. I thought it was. That's one reason I brought the dishcloth over here, the dish towel, so I could dry my hands without having to go back over there. I'm going to get a new one anyways. All right, spray it again so that the spices stick. Caramelized onion. It's caramelized onion butter. The buttery steakhouse with the herbs in it. Not sure what all's in there. And then this the whatever it's called, the smoked chili sea salt. All right, and I am going to get some black pepper. and put on there too. Just, I'm going to stick it on this one side because I just want black pepper on there. And I know that some of it may not be seasoned as other parts because it is tenders, but whatever. I'm going to stick it in the air fryer and we're going to see how it works out. I don't know what setting I'm going to put it on, but I'm going to check it out and see what happens, and I'll show you after it's done. Okay, so it was a chicken breast that kind of fell apart. It looks good. It's not dry. This piece right here might be a little bit dry. But it's done. So there's my lunch. I know, it's weird, but sometimes weird is what happens, you know. It's better than nothing, and at least it's protein, which is something I'm trying to fit in more in my diet. Protein and fiber. All right, so I'm gonna go eat it, and I'll be back later. Okay guys, Jeff and I just got back home. We took a walk to my sister-in-law's, which I made a mistake, and the boots I was wearing rubbed my ankles, so I need to wear something to keep that from happening. I've worn them a lot of times, never had that happen, but I usually wear long socks, and I was not doing that this time. So, lesson learned. Now I have little blisters or rub spots. I will have to be putting some band-aids on. But our dinner is done. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. I still need to grate some cheese, but actually no I don't, because we have that cheese that I bought from Aldi that's already grated. I'm gonna not do that tonight. So yeah, let me get this stirred. It's looser than normal, but I mean, I don't know what's happening with that part. It's usually thicker, but that's all right. That doesn't bother me any. Jeffrey, you want to come hold this?
No.
The camera. Never mind, I got it. Anyway, this, I'm not gonna have to grate any cheese. We got that cheese that's already grated. It's not cheddar, but it'll work. Anyways, that's our dinner, and we could have put more beans in there, but that's plenty. It kind of reminds me of the way that Wendy's chili looks, but it doesn't taste like that. It tastes really good. So I'm gonna fix us some bowls and turn that off. I'm gonna fix us some bowls and we're gonna have our supper. So I'm not gonna show y'all tonight, I don't guess. I'll show you Jeff's bowl. Let me do that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix Jeff's bowl, and he'll add crackers to it. Well, I don't know if he'll crush them up in it, but he'll have crackers too. I'm gonna fix his bowl for now, and then we'll go ahead and fix him one for work tomorrow. That might be too much. He might say, that's a little much. I don't know. It's more than what I eat. But I'm just gonna put some little cheese on there. This is that Italian style blend. We usually use cheddar, but sometimes we use Monterey Jack, sometimes we use Colby Jack, sometimes we use Pepper Jack, sometimes we use whatever we have. So there's his chili. So anyways, with that, I will say, I got cheese everywhere. Oh well, I'll clean it up. I will say I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. And if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing, because I really do want to know. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.